last couple of days of practice been like? Has there been like specific areas of focus that you guys are kind of like, this is important going into the series?
Just preparing, putting the game plan together these last few days. First day was a rest day, and then the rest we just been focused on the game plan, what we doing.
When you watch, have you watched kind of your game in last year's playoffs and kind of thought about, hey, what are the things that I want to do differently or better, or you actually scored really, really well. So, kind of, what was your thought on your individual play in last year's playoffs, and how do you want to tweak it for this year?
I don't know. Every series is kind of different in its own way. So, that's making plays, scoring, rebounding, defending. Every possession matters. So, I know it's going to change. Like I said, every series is different. Every team does different things. So, just trying to find a way to impact the game, that scoring, whatever it is, I'm just trying to impact it while I'm there on the floor.
Donovan's coming off of two really special postseason performances. What kind of has allowed him to make that significant jump from regular season to postseason ball?
Well, I just think, everybody kind of turns it up another level. I think his scoring goes up to another level. Playmaking, his defending, everything he's really focused in that playoff mode. So I think, everybody's switching that kind of gear and, getting ready for that and trying to take it to that next level, knowing that we got to really compete and focus and lock in. And this is what we've been working for all season, all summer. This is what we've been talking about and preparing for. So that's where we got to reach.
I remember talking to you in Orlando at the very beginning of the season. You said, like, you were kind of bored at that point. Like, your real big focus was on the playoffs. So
right.
Now, like, are you hyped? Are you amped?
Your
schedule any different? Like, your routine? Like,
no, it's just I think it's just a little more focus. If anything, routine is the same. Over these past days, we kind of mix it up a little bit, put more reps. But in terms of focus, watching film, you get one team, and you really lock in on them during that series. So I feel like that's not the easiest part, but it makes our job kind of easier instead of watching a million teams throughout the year. Just really focusing on what you got to do, who your matchup is, what your time is on the court, and how you impacting it during that time. So I think, like you said, our focus, I think we super hyped. We ready. We know we got to go to Dallas these first two games and, take care of business and then come back home and win some games here as well. So I think we all prepared for that as well.
Has your approach changed since your first playoffs?
Oh, yeah, super. I think with Cleveland, I was like fresh, new, just learning kind of what the playoffs was. And to that point, I really didn't know what it was, just because it was my first go-around. Then playing with them, then coming here playing the series in the bubble, and then last year's playoffs as well. So it's all been definitely different. I think I took the regular season kind of different this year as well, too. And then now, focusing here, a lot more communication, a lot more talking throughout the whole team, because we've been, through the situation, the last 2-3 years with each other. And I think all our mindsets kind of, changed in terms of how we look at the playoffs and how we focusing on it this year.
It felt like maybe early last year that the scouting report on you changed. Like suddenly there really was a very defined scouting report of what people were trying to do. Do you feel that this year as well? That people really had a plan on you, and do you think that makes you better prepared for what you see in the play?
Yeah, I think throughout the whole year, people just been throwing kind of the same kind of defenses at me. And I've seen similar teams do things with us as a team too. So I think it does prepare us for, playoffs. Those people kind of showing their cards early in the season, kind of trying things on us and stuff like that. But like I said, we focusing on us, and then, we know what defense is going to do. We know what teams are going to try to do to us as well. But we're prepared and we focused for it.
What do you think the key is to win the series?
The key to win the series, turnovers, transition, and us converting on their turnovers and, missed shots like that. I think if we get out in transition, I think we have a good opportunity to win. But it starts with defense and, kind of goes down the line. You check all your boxes and that stuff happens. But I feel like those things are the biggest thing, and rebounding. And that's it.
We tend to compare like starter to starter. Do you compare yourself to other six men? Dinwiddie's been great since he's been in Dallas.
Nah. Everybody got their own different, kind of six-man role. I think of like the third person to come off the bench, and really don't matter. Some of the guys come off the bench playing 35, 38 minutes. But yeah, I don't really compare myself to that. Like everybody's role is different. I'm just coming off the bench. I play 12 minutes straight sometimes, and 12 minutes straight, and I don't think a lot of other bench guys do that either. So it's not a point of comparing. I think he's had a great when he got traded. I think he is like a great, perfect fit for him. So he's part of the game plan and slowing down and stuff like that too. So they're a really good team, and we prepare for it.
With Trent out, sorry, Eric, there's kind of more of a three-guard rotation as opposed to the usual four. How does that change your responsibility?
Moving the ball, because a lot of points came throughout the season when Trent has been hurt. I had the ball in my hands and kind of, get stuck because I'm usually the guy that catches the ball with the last, 5 to 8 seconds where I have that opportunity to kind of ISO. But now I'm kind of getting in a position where it's a little bit earlier in the shot clock, and I kind of got to get off and make the next play until the ball comes back around after and when there's nothing left. So I think that's kind of something I had to figure out with him being out, and kind of locking in with plays and kind of knowing sometimes that I do got to bring the ball up the court and get us into offense and in that situation. So it's something that just kind of just been a process with him, being out. But once he gets healthy and stuff like that, I kind of go back into my other role.
Some of the guys have been talking about the difference in mentality between last year when you're the first seed and this year when you're fifth seed. Rudy said that he enjoys kind of the challenger role sometimes. Dom mentioned yesterday that no one externally, perceives this team as being capable of doing anything. Is there kind of a collective, underdog mentality going into this?
Maybe for those dudes, I think we're the best team in the league. So honestly, I honestly believe that. I think we have an opportunity to do something special. I'm saying that since the beginning of the season. And if it's the underdog, whatever gets any one of us up and going and ready and focused, whatever it is, whatever mindset it is, take it and bring it all to the court. That's all we need at the end of the day, because I know when we locked in and we playing that way, we are, one of the best teams in the league and can do something special. So whatever it is, bring it to the table and let's get it rocking.
Was there ever a point when you were early in your career when you were more pass first, like college or anything? We're more of a traditional point guard, I guess I should say.
Hell no. Oh, that's funny. No, but yeah, it's kind of been a thing that I've kind of been kind of trying to fall in, as my game develops and stuff like that. So yeah.
10 times the other night, so it's just
yeah.
better at it, or what do you think it is?
Yeah, kind of. Just slowing down and making the reads. It kind of makes it easier when teams, throwing 2-3 guys at you on drives and double teams and making the right pass. Kind of can fall into the right places. But in terms of creating and choosing when to shoot it over to and pass it, and those kind of decisions I'm still kind of making progress on.
Because you played too, Kobe was really good at that. Kobe
Right.
would draw attention and kick out.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron sees everybody. It's
Right.
like different types of assists.
Right.
You're doing more Kobe type stuff.
I
I'm not
don't
comparing
know.
you to Kobe.
Yeah,
but
I'm about to
those
say.
types of assists.
No, for sure. For me, sometimes it's just the hockey assist. I'm more comfortable, and I feel like that happens to me a lot too, where it's like I got the shot, kick it, next man makes the next pass. It always doesn't go down in the paper, but just continue to make the next play. Sometimes giving up your open shot for a better shot or somebody that's in rhythm at a higher percentage point on the floor. It always works out.